You got a turtle, caramel, fudge, pecans, the caramel special there. We've got a zombie. Let me talk about that one. That's got, I think, most toppings that we have to offer.
I'm done talking. You can.
Bananas.
It's your show now, bud.
Yeah, you chow down.
Farmers, brewers, hunters, packers, badgers, cheeseheads, neighbors. No matter what name we go by, we are bound together by our roots. These are the people, the stories, and the patriotism from inside Wisconsin. Welcome to Deeper Roots with Blain's Farm and Fleet.
Another episode of Inside Wisconsin's Deeper Roots with our friends at Blain's Farm and Fleet. We are in Milwaukee at Wisconsin's oldest frozen custard stand. That is Willy from Gille's. Can't make it up. Is that your real name? Is it Willy?
I'm a William, but I've embraced the Willy from Gille's as my identity.
I don't think you've been here since 1938. I mean, if you do, man, you look good.
Yeah, personally, not quite. Paul Gille started it in 1938. My grandfather, Robert Linscott, came aboard somewhere in the 40s. Back then, the records are a little unclear. You know, my family's been involved. He managed and bought it from Paul, and then it was my father and my uncle after my grandpa, and that makes me third generation owner.
I think when we pulled up, your dad was painting the sign. Your son is back there somewhere working on the parking lot.
Yep, he's scrubbing the custard spills, a very important thing.
And we call that Tuesday.
Yeah, we call that Tuesday Cruise Day, actually.
Yeah.
Is our name for it. Family affair, and we are always working on something. And there's my son right there scrubbing the custard spills.
What's his name?
Remy.
Remy! What's up, brother?
Thanks, buddy.
I hope you're paying him cash. That's all I gotta say, and not in
so
frozen
far.
custard.
He's getting up there.
Okay. So 1938's a long time, right?
Which actually we're in our 86th year now. Even though we weren't Wisconsin's first custard stand, there were some others. The oldest one continually operating to this day.
When we talk about Wisconsin, there are some things that are super true to us, and the dairy industry is a part of it. Now, without you hitting me in the face, tell us the difference between frozen custard and ice
The I
cream.
word?
Yeah.
Yeah. The main difference is that custard has egg in it. Ice cream does not. Custard also uses a higher quality cream, if you will, higher butter fat, which is like a richer, creamier product. And then the other very important difference is that custard has less air whipped into it. Ice cream, to be honest, even though I like it, not as much as custard, they're selling you air. When you're getting, a pint of custard, you're getting more of the weight of the actual product. And that's why you have the rich, creamy, smooth, wonderful, luscious custard.
At this point, I don't know what we're doing without custard in our hands. Is that a mistake?
I'm gonna do that, right?
Definitely
You
doing
promised that, right?
Oh, I promise.
So I will follow through.
You're gonna regret that.
Oh.
You're gonna regret that.
Yeah, I feel like you could eat a couple scoops. The other thing too, Milwaukee is the unofficial custard capital of the world. You guys know that?
No, tell me about that.
That's gained a lot more traction too. We have the more custard stores per capita than anywhere else in the world by like a ton. It was just this healthy coexist, and now every neighborhood has a little custard stand.
Custard stands, bars, churches.
Yes.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, and Milwaukee, especially,
Milwaukee.
but Wisconsin.
So there is something too tied to Milwaukee in regards to your custard stand. What's the story behind Happy Days and the inspiration of Arnold's first and then Al's?
Yes, that has come up, and obviously if you look at our building and you look at the time period, it fits the bill. They drew a lot of inspiration of how our building looked, the walk-up, just the overall theme, atmosphere of it.
It's a fascinating story, and I think everybody's gonna really enjoy hearing about the history and the family and 1938. You do you. I'm gonna just talk. Just
all right,
talk.
see you, Trevor.
Say whatever you gotta say. I'm gonna. There's custard in here.
Yeah, so
hey, Willy,
the
there's
fact
custard in here.
There's custard in
There's
there?
custard
yeah,
in here.
I think so.
All right, we're inside the shop now. This is your jam, Gille's frozen custard. Buddy, I have sampled bourbon, wine, cheese, beer. Seems to be a theme. I'm super pumped about sampling this. I'm a big fan of the frozen custard, Willy. Big fan.
So this is your first podcast custard sampling? Frozen
Yes, sir.
custard sampling?
Mhm.
All right.
Yep. I'm behind the counter. I feel like I should be. Do you have like apparel?
I was gonna say, if you're gonna be on this side, you've gotta follow some procedures here.
Okie dokie.
It's just your size, I'm sure.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
Okay.
Tie that behind you
Yep.
there.
Super.
Okay.
It's a medium.
I help you
It's a
out.
long ways away.
That's what we do for the kids on their first
Wow.
job.
Can you
It's
make
all
it
right.
tighter, Willy?
There we go.
Okay.
Can't forget this.
Oh.
We can't have any
why
of your
can't you?
hair getting in the custard.
Good one.
So here you go.
Where's your hat?
Oh, yeah, right
Got it. This is okay.
Can I make you something right now?
I would really appreciate that.
Okay, so I hope you're not picky. I kind of just decided
Does
for
it
you
look
what
like
you're going to
I'm
get.
picky?
So here we
Nothing
go.
about, as a matter of fact, that was so tight I had to loosen it because I'm not picky.
Starting with vanilla, that's where it all begins to me. You know, we have a plethora of flavors. You talked about the theme of beer and booze, and we make a lot of those too. A Jameson whiskey, custard, brandy, old fashioned. But we're going to start with vanilla, which is our own special recipe mix.
Yeah, you make this.
That only we have.
Yep.
Can you handle a couple scoops, you think?
Maybe.
Okay.
How about 2.5?
2.5.
Cutting back these days.
We can do that. There we go. And we're gonna put some bananas on there.
Do you not know how to open a banana without a knife? What was that?
This is the quick Sunday way to open it. When you gotta open 1,000 a day, you got no time to monkey around. You gotta.
Do you have your own like banana factory?
We haven't gotten that far yet.
Quick trip?
Yeah. So what we got here is a caramel special. Bananas, caramel, chopped nuts. For you, Trevor.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
I appreciate this.
I believe we have somewhere to the tune of about 20 some fancy sundaes on our menu. You know, you got a turtle, caramel, fudge, pecans, the caramel special there. We've got a zombie. Let me talk about that one. That's got, I think, the most toppings that we have to offer. It is like a banana split plus more. I'm gonna list off all the toppings.
Yeah, I'm done talking. You can,
Bananas.
this is your show now, bud.
Yeah, you chow down. Bananas, pineapples, strawberries, marshmallow, Jimmy's. Everyone know what Jimmy's are? Chocolate sprinkles. Another little local thing too. Chopped nuts, hot fudge, pecans, cherries. It's a zombie sundae.
Do people ever get hot fudge on this?
It's funny you say that. A Gille special is bananas, hot fudge, chopped nuts.
No caramel?
That's how we distinguish the caramel special. But you're saying both? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
do both. Always.
You got one?
Today,
no hot fudge?
we don't. If it wasn't Tuesday.
We talked a lot about 86 years, right? Wisconsin's oldest frozen custard stand. I'm pointing because it's literally everywhere you look in here.
Our lobby is decked out with the story, the timeline, photos, our mascots.
Walk me through the story real quick.
Kind of shows you Paul as a kid shoveling. Paul Gille, the founder, kind of how he got his inspiration after going to the Chicago's World Fair, about custard. And then you've got some early, what the building looked like, because it has the transformations after 86 years have been a lot. There's been like 4 major remodels, and each time, you know, a little bit expanding or improving. Then you see too, I like to point out Paul Gille's drive-in sign, which when my grandpa acquired ownership, replaced that with the Gillis's and the Cone Kids, as we call them, our mascots, Scoop and Coney. Then you see me finally at the end of the timeline. You got my mom holding me as a little baby, trying custard that my grandpa's spooning over. And we reenacted that years later with my daughter Avi and my mom feeding her.
You were pretty pumped, it appears.
Yeah, I was like, feed me.
We have a number of these members of the timeline in the store. Let's meet them. In person now, the before and the after. Will you introduce us, please?
Here's my dad, Tom, here. Like to call him around here, Papa Scoopy.
Papa Scoopy. There's worse nicknames.
Absolutely.
He put in a lot of scoops, a lot of miles before I came to the picture, which that's why I'm here.
Yeah.
Older brother, Uncle Bob,
We worked
over
together
here.
for a long time.
Nice.
Schedules, ordering, blah, blah, blah.
That's what the whole team calls him, by the way, is Uncle Bob.
Uncle Bob.
He just,
Papa
Uncle
Scoopy.
Bob. Remy is 7, and he is already jumping in and helping out the team.
That's a wrap.
Being the 3rd generation owner, there's gotta be a little bit of pride of you being able to carry on the family business going on now 86 years.
That's the biggest part to me. It's not about how successful and financially successful can we be, but it's the passion for it. I'm the 3rd guy in my family in line. I don't want to let the torch go out on my watch. The passion, the pride, I always say, carrying on the torch, the legacy. You know, this is bigger than me. It's gonna last for a long time.
Really glad that you were able to have us out and introduce us to the generations that we covered earlier and the generations to come.
Yeah, and it's been fun. Thanks for allowing us to share the story.
It's another episode of Deeper Roots with our friends at Blain's Farm and Fleet. We are at Gille's Frozen Custard in Milwaukee. Awesome motorcycle. You know, we are in the city that founded Harley Davidson. There's gonna be that. All right, Willie, we are inside your shop now. Gille's Frozen Custard.
You'll graduate to the zombie soon. But.
Do people ever order this
Sorry, we're closed today, sir.
Okay.
Hey, have a good day.
Oh, you didn't ruin anything. Why are none of them wearing hats? Why am I the only one in this entire building in a hat, Willie?
Look how lucky you are.
Stand out.
Because I needed help not blending in, right? Another episode of Deeper Roots with our friends at Blain's Farm and Fleet. Gille's Frozen Custard here in Milwaukee. If you want to learn more about Gille's, and you're going to need to trust me, you do. Head to their website, gillesfrozencustard.com. And when you're in Milwaukee, make sure to stop here. By the way, if you want us to tell your story, your deep-rooted Wisconsin business story, or your family, or your community, head to our website, farmandfleet.com/deeperroots, and fill out the form. I'm gonna enjoy this cookie. We'll see you next time. I'm just hanging out. It's good. It's break time.
Trevor, hey, break's over. Come on, dude, back to work. Come on,
See you next time.
back to work.
Talk to you later. Bye.